Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for February 10th. We're looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This particular pair closed higher today. It is moving higher. We do expect this pair to continue overall moving sideways, though, with a bias that is sideways as well. Look for it to potentially go as high as 90.55, possibly as low as 88.67. Look for some resistance around 90.25. And look for some support around 89.15. Okay, let's take a look at the Euro-USD pair. This pair closed down, did form an inside bar, so definitely look for a breakout to the upside or the downside. Look for this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias to the downside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 138.75 and 136.01. Look for some resistance around 138.50 and look for some support around 136.19. Okay, now looking at the pound US dollar pair. This particular pair closed down today. It did not form an inside bar, came close but not quite. It's moving sideways with a bias to the downside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 158.51. Possibly as low as 154.78. Look for some resistance around 157.75 and look for some support around 155.35. Okay, now switching over to the US Swiss. This particular pair closed up today, did form an inside bar. Look for the breakout. We are looking for it to continue moving sideways with a bias to the upside. Look for it to potentially go as high as 177, 1.0777, possibly as low as 10569. Look for some resistance around 10750 and look for some support around 10606. Well, as far as news announcements goes, we have the European Central Bank publishing their monthly report. That's being released tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. At 8:30 Eastern Time, we have the U.S. advanced retail sales for January being released. Consensus is that things have improved from negative 0.3% to a positive 0.3%. Well, as far as what I'm looking at for this next session, let me put some different marks on the chart, and then I'll go through them as to what they are once I change the actual price of those. Take me just 1 second. Basically, what we're looking at here is a possible scalp, regardless of the direction that this pair makes. Now, one's a little bit further away from current price, one's a little bit closer, but overall, these two trades have a high probability of success. If we get up to this point, to the 90.30 point, there at that price, I'm going to be buying, looking for it to go up to 90.54. Go through that fairly quick. You can see it's gone through those two prices a fair amount of times in the past, over the past several bars when it was around that price. We had this bar that went up into it a little bit but then pulled back. But I do anticipate it going through that price fairly quick if it reaches it. Now, another price that I'm looking to sell at is the 89.87 price, looking to exit 10 pips later at 89.77. So regardless of which way this pair runs, if you want to scalp the market, these are two great points, good prices to look to scalp. Obviously, one's looking for about 10 pips. The other one is looking for about 24. So that could determine what you want to look for as well. If you notice, this price has gone through it several times as well in the past when it's been hit. There are 2 times here and here where it didn't, but the day after, the session after, it did go ahead and run through it. So keep that in mind. Well, that pretty much wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.